What is your name?
My name is Ezra Scott.
And what's your hometown?
My hometown is Walla Walla, Washington.
And what's your home parish?
St. Pat's in Walla Walla.
And which seminary do you currently attend?
Currently, I am attending Bishop White Seminary in Spokane.
And where did you go to high school before seminary?
I went to DeSales Catholic High School in Walla Walla.
Great. And what is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is playing music. I play mostly guitar, but I also do a little bit of piano and some other instruments.
And your favorite book and why?
I would say my favorite book is probably Dune, or just the series in general. As for why, I really enjoy the world building in the series and kind of the interesting blend of genres and themes in the first book and across the series as well.
Great. How about your favorite film and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. I guess I would say probably Les Miserables right now, I guess. The one with Hugh Jackman. I just really like the character writing in that movie. They're very well written and very interesting when put in conflict with each other.
Great. And what is your favorite music artist and why?
My favorite music artist probably has to be Danu. It's a more traditional Irish band, and as for why, I kind of grew up with Irish music. It was kind of something that my dad was really into when he was probably in college, and kind of passed that on to me, and Danu was kind of the main one that we would listen to, and it's still my favorite.
Great. What was your first job?
Well, technically my first job would be working on the farm at home, but I guess the first real job would be sorting onions at Custoldi Farms in Walla Walla.
Nice. And what's your favorite state in the Union besides Washington, and why?
Favorite state besides Washington, I'd probably have to pick Ohio because I lived there for 5 years before we moved to Walla Walla and had a very good childhood there.
Great. What is your least favorite food and why?
I think I'd have to go with beans. I just don't like the texture.
That's fair. That's very fair. Who did you choose for your confirmation saint and why?
So, funny story about this. When I was trying to pick a confirmation saint, my parents were getting annoyed that I wasn't picking fast enough, so they're like, why don't you just pick Miguel, and we won't say whether it's Miguel Pro or Miguel de la Mora, and you can just pretend you have two. And so that's what I went with.
That's awesome. Okay, in your opinion, what is the best liturgical season and why?
I mean, I think it has to be Easter season. I mean, it's kind of like, that's kind of central to the faith. I mean, and it's just great, being able to celebrate with family, friends, and just that whole time of the year is just great with spring and everything blooming. It's got to be the best.
Great. Who's been one of the most influential people in your life?
I would say the most influential person in my life was probably my dad. My parents were both converts to Catholicism, and I think my dad was very instrumental in forming me when I was younger and kind of really sharing the faith with me after he'd converted and really doing a really good job of catechizing me as I was growing up.
Great. And who has been the most influential person in your vocational journey thus far?
I would say probably the most influential person in my vocational journey would be Father Dale Tuckerman, just kind of a really inspirational priest. He was a pastor at my parish for 2 years, and he really developed the altar server program at our parish and really made the more senior altar servers, such as myself, be able to be more involved in the parish, in having a more leadership role, and put on retreats a lot and reveal deeper aspects of the priesthood to the altar servers, which was really helpful for me, I think.
Great. And what has been one of the best experiences in the seminary thus far?
I would say probably my best experience in the seminary has been going on my 8-day silent retreat. It was just a really very peaceful time to sit in silence with the Lord and really grow in closeness to Him, and that was very impactful for me.
Great. What has been a challenging experience in seminary?
It's always challenging when people leave the seminary, especially when you're good friends with them. That happened several times throughout my year. Apart from that, I think the most challenging was transitioning out from my 8-day silent retreat, kind of getting back into the busyness of life and trying to grasp onto that closeness with God I had experienced, but struggling with that.
Mm-hmm. Great. And what are you looking forward to in this next year, seminary?
I'm looking forward to, first of all, my studies. I'm really excited to be over at Gonzaga studying a variety of things, including philosophy next year. But then on top of that, I'm just really excited to continue my process of discernment and really growing closer to God and discovering His will for my life.
Great. And last question, what is one moment that you encountered Jesus in the last year?
I would say, again, it would probably have to be my 8-day silent retreat. That was probably the closest I felt with God in my life, I would say.
Awesome. All right, that's it. Thanks, Ezra.
Thank you.